welcome to Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style. I'm your host, Kate Longworth, once again coming at you from my home. And for some of you and your kids, it may be time to safely venture out. And the Valley offers so many great summer camps. We're going to explore those and so much more coming up on today's show. The Arizona Science Center is open for business, and we'll talk to them about their summer camps. And the experts share how to pay off your home in less than 10 years. Plus, we'll show you how the Phoenix Rescue Mission is helping our vulnerable population. All that and much more coming your way on Arizona Living. The Arizona Science Center has been open since mid-June, and it was a much anticipated opening, not just for kids, but also for parents. And joining me now is the center's chief scientist, Sari Custer. Thank you so much for being here with us. We know the Arizona Science Center offers so much to explore, but what can we expect that'll be a little different upon visiting it now?
Well, this is a different science center than what you're going to remember. We here at Arizona Science Center, we think this is a critical time to not only be educating in general and having the fun that we're used to, but also being here to be a role model for what it's like to live, work, interact, and adapt to a world with COVID-19. So the experience is a little bit different. When you come to the Science Center, it actually starts before you get here because guests are going to be signing up online. So you're going to do all of your registration for our new guided experiences before you even get here. And then when you do get here, you're going to see those signs that you're becoming familiar with. So representations of how to keep socially distanced or physically distanced, barriers for our cues, for our team to keep you safe. Your experiences are going to be in small groups. All of our guided experiences are limited to just 10 people or less, so super small groups. Masks are going to be required or are required when you come here. And also, every experience has hand hygiene breaks built into it. So not only does our signage and our videos around the center now reflect those hygiene practices, it's built right into your experience. So again, it's a little bit different than that free-flowing experience some people might remember.
It's great you're taking all these safety measures. And can you just kind of walk me through what the guided experience, these guided tours will look like?
We have 4 great topics, starting with yuck, the science of gross. So all about gross science, what goes in and out of the human body. We've got stellar space science for those of you who want to learn about outer space, where you get a chance to get under the stars in our Dorrance Planetarium. We've got a great one called extraordinary, the science of superpowers. So seeing our team do things from deep freezing or throwing fireballs, things that you might see some of your favorite characters do. And of course, we've got Victoria the T-Rex still right now as part of her world premiere. So she did get to stick with us, and she's part of a tour called T-Rex Unearthed, the Story of Victoria. So a little something for everybody in all of those 4 great tours.
Yeah, Victoria is a popular topic in my household. Can you expand a little bit more about what or who this is all about?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I can't tell you how excited I was when I got to see her for the first time. I literally cried. Victoria the T-Rex, she is the world's 2nd most complete T-Rex skeleton ever found. She's the largest touring T-Rex in the world right now. And she's right here at Arizona Science Center. So she made her world debut for the public right here in Phoenix. We've got 199 real bones. That's what they found. It's really significant to be able to see those bones up close and personal. So it's a really great exploration into the bones, but also the paleontology behind how we know what we know.
Absolutely incredible. And a lot of us have been at home for quite a while, but you want that exploring, that learning to continue. What kind of summer camps are you offering, both in person and virtually?
So we do have some limited on-site camps and of course virtual camps all through July. And there's a varying number of topics. So everything from special agent, secret agent camp to the science of amusement parks, and then some about space and even just future scientists as well. So the topics are wide ranging, all different areas. And if parents are interested in getting their kids signed up for camp, you can just go right to our website at azscience.org to sign up for those, learn more about those topics, and see what might be the right fit for you.
All right, great. Thank you so much, Sari, for your time. Stay safe. And if you would like more information on the Arizona Science Center and the camps they are offering this summer, just head to their website. The Phoenix Phoenix Rescue Mission transforms the lives of our most vulnerable. And during the summer, their services are needed more than ever. Let's take a look at how you can help with their Code Red initiative.
The purpose of the Phoenix Rescue Mission is to serve persons facing hunger, homelessness, addiction, and trauma. We take an approach that is about not just meeting people where they are and serving them in that space, but greeting them there and lifting them up, be it through counseling services or case management services that connect people to those things that really help them get out of the situations that they're stuck in. So really what we do is we're focusing on people who have been experiencing addictions to substances or to gambling or anything like that. And we're just making sure that we meet those people in those places and connect them to long-term solutions. The way that our work benefits the community is really in the services that we provide attack major social problems. Our addiction recovery program is focused on issues like the opioid epidemic that has gotten so much press over the years, and disconnection of mothers from their children, and those sorts of problems. Our food bank and food distribution services are benefiting the community in the areas of poverty and hunger. Our street outreach program is benefiting the community in the area of homelessness. So it's really that our services are tied to meeting major social problems that our communities are facing. The way we address the heat is with our Code Red campaign. It's obviously enormously hot in Phoenix. It's 108 degrees outside as we speak. And what we're doing is our homeless outreach program is going to unsheltered homeless individuals who are some of the most exposed to the heat elements, and taking cold water hygiene packs with sunscreen, water, granola bars, white t-shirts to them on the streets. We're trying to give them relief in that situation, but we're also trying to create a relationship with them so that we can help navigate them off the streets and get them away from those heat effects altogether. So we're meeting people where they are on the streets, we're giving out water to them, and we're helping to get them off the streets. If people want to get involved and they want to help out, again, they go to phoenixrescuemission.org. And there you'll find any number of ways that you can come alongside and support the mission. You can support by giving of time as a volunteer, giving of money as a donor, or just get in touch with us and we can find different ways for us to start to work together. But it starts at going to the website and clicking on ways to give. People need help. There's a few different ways. The easiest thing to do is go to www.phoenixrescuemission.org and click on the thing that says Get Help. If you're a homeless individual and you're out on the streets, you can find our phone number on the website or call 602-346-3361. And if you go to the website or you call that number, we've got people who will respond to anyone's need.
Summer camps may be modified this year, but there's still a lot of great options throughout the valley. You can check out a list of camps on the website Raising Arizona Kids. But for now, stay camped out on your couch. Still plenty of Arizona living coming your way. I'll show you a great activity to do with the kids, plus the measures hospitals are taking to keep everyone safe. Living, I get to try a lot of cool things. And one activity that tops the list was when I was able to get to the top of the rock wall. Take a look at how I not only conquered rock climbing, but also my fears, and an activity that is great for the whole family.
All right, you try those on. Remember, you want those to fit really snug, not like a walking shoe. It's gonna be like a surgical glove, not an oven mitt.
Hopefully he gave me the lucky shoes.
So here's your climbing harness. You're gonna step through just like that. Does that fit okay? Feel okay?
Yeah, seems
All right,
good.
let's go climbing.
All right. Well, here we are back
Step
at
through
Phoenix
just like
Rock
that.
Gym, and I'm
That
with
fit
owner.
okay? Feel okay?
Yeah, seems
All
good.
right, let's go climbing.
All right. Well, here we are back at Phoenix Rock Gym, and I'm with owner Paul Deep getting my first ever lesson on indoor rock climbing. I am living proof to you at home at Phoenix Rock Gym. This is a new year.
Okay? Feel okay?
Yeah, seems
All
good.
right, let's go climbing.
All right. Well, here we are back at Phoenix Rock Gym, and I'm with owner Paul Deep getting my first ever lesson on indoor rock climbing. I am living proof to you at home. This is a new year. We are up for new challenges because I've never done this. So what do I need to know before I attack that?
You're going to think with your feet. So you're not doing pull-ups. You're walking up the wall, and just keep breathing. And I'll give you some tips on the way up. And remember, what's your right hand, what's your left? So you're not doing pull-ups.
All right, I know my right from my
up the wall, and just keep breathing. And I'll give you some tips on the way up. And remember, what's your right hand, what's your left hand?
All right, I know my right from my left, and I was a soccer player, so I think I can use my legs on this one. Is there any rhyme or reason which rock I want to go? All right, I know.
So you're walking up the wall, and just keep breathing. And I'll give you some tips on the way up. And remember, what's your right hand, what's your left hand?
All right, I know my right from my left, and I was a soccer player, so I think I can use my legs on this one. Is there any rhyme or reason which rock I want to go for, or what I need to do? And am I moving leg first, hand first?
Move one thing at a time, and we're not going to worry about the colors of tape right now. That's more advanced, but you're just going to get on there and do what feels good, and that's go up.
Now, if this goes really well and I come back every day, does the gym look like this every day?
But you're just going to get on there and do what feels good, and that's go up.
Now, if this goes really well and I come back every day, does the gym look like this every day?
Well, it looks more or less like this, but every day we have a crew in here that are pulling some of the rocks down and putting up new routes. So it's all now that's more advanced, but you're just going to get on there and do what feels good, and that's go up.
Now, if this goes really well and I come back every day, does the gym look like this every day?
Well, it looks more or less like this, but every day we have a crew in here that are pulling some of the rocks down and putting up new routes. So it's always going to be a new flavor when you come in.
All right, I'm ready to go up.
Let's go for it. Let go of the rope and grab onto those rocks.
Let go. Not easy for control.
Joining me now is Dr. Stephanie Jackson, the Chief Clinical Value Officer at HonorHealth. And first and foremost, Dr. Jackson, thank you for your time right now. But to you and your colleagues, thank you for everything you're doing for the community right now. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here.
Well, I know a lot has changed over the past few months. So what should people expect when they come to HonorHealth now for care?
We have been always concerned, even before COVID, about patient safety. We're really fortunate in that we were already working on infection control as part of a national campaign for patient safety before the COVID crisis hit. So we were already prepared with a fleet of UV germ zapping robots in an attempt to try and keep viruses, bacteria, all sorts of things at a minimum. And then also we got disinfecting pods. And these pods use the robots so that we could wheel things in like IV poles or wheelchairs into that disinfection station and just make sure that everything's wiped clean. And so we were able to use that during this crisis to make sure that we were, had that extra measure of safety above and beyond what was required. And we've put in fever scanners at our employee entrances to make sure that none of our employees are coming to work sick. We have deployed a rapid testing strategy. We're one of the only places in the Valley that you can get your test results within 2 hours of arriving at the hospital. And that's allowed us to separate the COVID patients from the non-COVID patients, which is really important so that there's no chance at all of them spreading COVID to a non-COVID patient.
You guys are doing all the right things to make people feel safe, but we are hearing recent reports that health systems across the U.S. are not seeing the patients that might need care. What is your advice or what are your thoughts to people who need to get care now?
You shouldn't let your fear of COVID keep you from coming to the hospital. If you have a heart attack or a stroke, you need to come in. There's all those things that we learned over the years to call 911 for. You should still do that. You should still come into the hospital. The other thing I'm starting to worry about is some of the screening tests like colonoscopies and mammograms. Those are still important. And then vaccination rates. If your kids are due for vaccines, you should still get them in to get those vaccines.
So along those lines, now that restrictions are starting to be lifted, what can people do to protect themselves still?
I think, you still really need to use a lot of common sense. The governors, laid out some guidelines for us, but then let common sense prevail. And, the studies show that people that wash their hands 10 times a day are less likely to get this than people who wash their hands 5 times a day. So don't forget that part. We get so much emphasis on the masking, but the hand washing is really important too.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jackson, for your time. And once again, to you and your colleagues for all that you are doing. Stay safe. And if you would like more information on HonorHealth, please head to their website. Typically, each year, over 14 million people attend camps throughout the U.S. Now, many camps are evolving to accommodate pandemic restrictions. So be sure to call your local camp to see what they have to offer. But don't go anywhere yet, because we have some camp options right here for you to check out. And imagine paying off your home in less than 10 years. We talked to an expert on how to accomplish this goal. Joining me now is Shane OGrady, the founder of Life Changer Loan. And thank you so much, Shane, for being here with us today.
Yeah, Kate, thanks for having me.
Very excited to jump into the topic of how to pay off your home in less than 10 years without changing your normal spending habits. That sounds very enticing. So first, let's just talk about those great low rates we're hearing about. Trying to make sense of all this, is that a good thing?
Well, make no mistake, low rates are better than high rates. But the question really is, are low rates yielding us low interest? Because yes, they're low rates, 3.5, 3 might be low, but it's also times 30 years. So for example, on a $300,000 loan at 3.5%, you're still going to be spending $185,000 in interest. And in my mind, that's not low interest.
Yeah, so how is a Life Changer loan different?
Imagine if your checking account actually supplied you the credit for your mortgage. So for example, if every dollar that you earn, that you normally deposit through your normal checking account, could go directly towards the principal balance on the loan, so that you were paying principal first, not interest, and you were doing it with every dollar you earn. And you could do it because you have access to the money. So you put it all in there and you spend out of there. As long as there's a gap between that deposit and expense, it gets a snowball effect and allows you to pay off very quickly without changing anything. Also, it's a great backstop for us because in times of trouble, in times of turmoil, you actually have access to every single dollar you've ever made in mortgage payments. So you have access to all of your equity. So if you wanted to take some time off and not make deposits for a month or 10 or a few years, you could, so you don't have the stress of the large mortgage payment every month.
So is this brand a new concept?
So no, it's been in other countries for decades. In fact, 40% of all the mortgages done in Australia are done on this loan. They're called offset loans in other countries because you're offsetting the principal balance with your income.
And then is this loan for everybody?
Unfortunately not. It is for the financially astute, right? Those that are good with their money, have good credit, have at least about a 20% equity position, or if they're purchasing, they're going to be putting about 20% down. That's who it's for.
What is the process to see if this is a good fit for you?
We always encourage people to start at lifechangerloan.com so they can get a little familiar with how this works, and then call us. We will actually do a screen share and walk through the simulator together to see exactly how quickly they pay off and of course answer all their questions.
Thank you so much, Shane, for joining us.
Thank you.
And if you would like more information on Life Changer Loan, visit their website. Coming up on Arizona Living, more summer camp options coming your way. year are taking on a new look with the pandemic, but there is still a lot of fun to be had. Regardless of what type of camp you select this summer, make sure they are adhering to the CDC guidelines for the coronavirus to keep your kids safe. The type of camps available are vast and range from sports to STEM. So no matter what your child's interest is, there is a camp for everyone. The J in Scottsdale has camps and activities for the entire family.
The J is an amazing community center open to everyone in the entire valley. And we do everything from infant care all the way up to programming for our seniors. And we do programming for education, summer camps, preschool, a huge aquatic center, a huge fitness facility. We are about 125,000 square foot facility with 50,000 square feet of that being our fitness area. And our aquatic center has 2 pools, a splash pad, a rock wall. Great for anybody that wants to come by.
And if you're not ready to return to camp in person, have camp come to you with their Camp in a Box. Head to their website for more information. And if you have an aspiring Van Gogh in the family, there are many art programs around the valley, including Scottsdale Artist School, which offers camps for all ages.
We're actually one of the premier art schools in the country. We are a nonprofit, and we are dedicated to the artistic enrichment of the community, as well as developing the capabilities of artists and aspiring artists of all ages by teaching the fundamentals of fine art. For our youth, we have incredible summer camps. So they're a week long, and we have ages from 6 all the way through high school. We offer in the mornings, what they generally do is 2-dimensional artwork. So that would be drawing, painting, pastel. In the afternoons, they do 3-dimensional, which would be sculpture, working with clay. And then at the end of their 1-week session, they put on a wonderful art show.
Registration is required, so visit them online for information. And if you'd like to find an accredited camp in your area, you can look at the American Camp Association's website. I'm Kate Longworth. Thank you so much for joining us. We hope you stay safe and have fun this summer. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living, Your Life, Your Style, where we help you live your best life.